Good morning, America. This is Joe McHugh coming at you with another dose of news interpretation, real news for you on October 7th, 2019. A quick scan of today's news on CNBC shows that President Trump lost a court battle in New York State to keep his tax return secret. Now, why? The question that we have to ask is why would he be so concerned about keeping his tax return secret? Clearly, it's because he has something to hide. What it is anyone's guess. But if he's so concerned about keeping his taxes secret, it might be because he hasn't been telling the truth about his finances the whole time. Something to keep in mind, something to watch. Um, second title, the second story of the day that I want to cover is of more economic importance. GE is freezing pension plans for 20,000 people, U.S. employees, in a bid to cut debt. Now, what does that mean exactly? What that means is the pension plan is underwater. The pension plan is not generating enough returns in order to stay above that mark in which it's going to be sustainably profitable. Why is that? Well, pension plans in particular, and it's not just General Electric, but it's pensions across the board around the world. A Bloomberg News article showed the same thing yesterday, that even European pensions are having the same problem. The issue is that interest rates are so low that that pensions are not generating enough money from their investments, and so while the Federal Reserve will tell you that they're trying to raise rates by raising inflation, that's not exactly true. The only way to raise rates is to increase the supply of investable fixed income. This low rate environment is a direct result of supply and demand. At no point in history or modern history have we had so many retirees drawing on retirement accounts, both from personal as well as pension funds. And so that has created an overwhelming demand for fixed income. That overwhelming demand for fixed income has driven down the yields of that investment. And so as a result, everyone in the world is now getting lower returns on their investments. The only way to combat this is to open up the markets and create new investments for more people to invest in. That's why with my company, with Earth Loans, the objective is to provide financing and investment opportunity into renewable fixed income like geothermal home heating and cooling, as well as others. Something to keep in mind on that front. We need to create more opportunity, and the only way to do that is through economics, supply and demand. You cannot control and manipulate the market. The market and nature always wins. Next up is a headline from Bloomberg that American railroads are in a recession with no end in sight. Now, we have the last time we saw a drop of this amount, it was down, I think, 5%, was back in 2016. Now, what I thought was interesting, now, because railroads tend to fluctuate, as you see from this chart, they will fluctuate. But what I thought was most important and interesting here is that shipments are down across the board for autos, coal, grain, chemicals, consumer goods, crude oil. But grain is what was interesting to me. And the reason why is because if you do a quick search for, well, let's go back. If you do a quick search for crop yields in general, you will find that grain, or rather, not just grains, but crop yields across the board, not just in the US, but around the world, are lower. And it's not because there's a recession, it's because of climate change. Statewide drought to lead to lower crop yields. Rising ozone lowers corn crop yields. Molly says that the cotton output is going to, well, this looks like it's going up in Mali for their cotton. But generally, corn corn price rises on crop concerns. So, in other words, crop yields are dropping, corn prices are going up. Climate change is resulting in a severe impact on crop yields and future security. So, fall crop yields look promising despite weather conditions. So it's a little bit mixed, but I think you'll find on average that crop yields are down. Um, and that's why, and that's part of the contribution I think you're going to see. Climate change is going to affect crop yields, and it's also going to affect the broader economy. Pay attention to this one. And a really good resource to keep you up to date on the state of crop yields, not only in America but around the world, is with Ice Age Farmer on YouTube. This is a channel that has 40,000 subscribers. He covers the crop yields all over the world. I think he does a fantastic job bringing together a variety of different resources on the news, specifically related to agriculture. And so that's something to take a look at. Now, if you are interested in why I'm reporting on this type of stuff, well, it's because I believe that America has been hijacked. We have lost our constitutional rights. We have lost our courts. We have lost our media. We have lost our election system. And we've lost the information that we use to make sound decisions. And until we restore the courts and the elections and our media, we will not have the information that we need in order to make the right decisions to restore liberty in America and to preserve a clean, green planet for future generations. So check out libertystrikesback.com for more information on that. I also talk about the importance of replacing the Federal Reserve Bank with a clean, green, citizen-owned credit union, and the reason why. I cover that on that page as well. But the biggest reason why is that we pay $1 trillion per year to the Federal Reserve, and through our the interest that we owe on the debt, as well as just the general fees associated with managing the dollars that they print on our behalf. That is equivalent to the amount of money that we spend on Social Security or defense. If we were to cut that out, we'd have a balanced budget. But if we were to cut that out, I suggest and replace that with the credit union. Not only could we balance the budget, we could also address the human contribution to climate change, and become a healthier, wealthier, and freer society in general. If you find that what I'm saying is of value, please check out my Liberty Strikes Back YouTube page, where I'm trying to build a subscriber base in order to get the word out to the American people. I'm running for president as an independent, and we need a change. Clearly, partisan politics is not working. You'll even find people such as Tulsi Gabbard talking about how, as soon as she was elected to Congress, that she mentioned this on the Joe Rogan show, that as soon as she was elected to Congress, that she was told not to work with the other side. That does not work. That is not American, and we need a change in this country if we're going to make anything happen. So, thank you for listening. This is Joe McHugh, and hey, look, I'm running for president because we need a change. We need someone who understands the economic problems associated with climate change as well as our economy, and that is what I can bring to the table. Check out libertystrikesback.com to understand the problems and solutions associated with everything going on in America today. And I look forward to catching you all again tomorrow. Thanks.